Hey guys, good morning. It's me, Elay Understood. Today I'm taking a different approach. I am not putting on makeup and I don't have my earrings on. I wasn't going to comb my hair, but then I looked and I kind of lightly touched it up a bit with one of these brown combs. So I just wanted to go rogue a little bit. You may hear some background noise behind me. I kind of have a full house today, but that's a good thing. A house filled with life is a good thing, so I'm going to try to project my voice as much as possible. I am in a room that's quiet. I'm going to try to switch the camera so there will be less distractions going on in the background. Okay, that's me. And today's topic is people change. For example, you go to high school, you always expected someone to be a certain way and remain that way. So 5 years down the road, maybe three, maybe months after they graduate, you meet them and they've changed. It could be, I would like to say, I hope it's for a good cause. But anywho, for example, I'll take myself as for an example. When I was in high school, I had super long hair. Okay, but I didn't know how to manage it. So, I didn't put the chemicals in or anything like that. So, of course, it was going to grow. By the time I got to senior year, my hair touched my shoulders and it was all black. So, after I got out of high school, maybe a few months afterwards or so, I had to start taking care of my hair myself because I was wearing my hair in one style, ponytails, because I didn't know how to style it. And I didn't have the extra money to go to a salon to keep it up, so I was, forced to make my hair do what it do. I graduated, got older, got a job, and I realized I didn't want to spend the money on having to go to a chatty box salon all every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks. I didn't like that philosophy because I don't care to go to salons because gossip and I don't want to have to hold a conversation. I just want my hair done and nothing more. So I kind of avoided it and my hair broke out because I didn't know how to take care of it. And you get older, stresses come along. So some people handle stresses different ways. Some people go to drink and shoot, my hair just came out, over time. So here I am with short hair. And I kind of like it. It's easier for me to manage because I don't like to take the time to do my hair. I don't. And I'm thankful for hair weaves and extensions because for girls like me who don't know how to do their hair and or who don't like wasting time every day in the mirror because you could be doing something else, I thank God for hair weaves. I like wigs too, but they don't stay on my head that long. I'd rather have a sew-in. I'd rather have a sew-in because I don't have to worry about when the wind blows, and, my hair flying off my head. So my hair is short, so back to the subject, people change. So when I run into people, the first thing they say that they remember me, girl, I remember your hair was long. I'm like, okay, what else do you remember about me? Outside of my hair being long, that's a physical attribute. Oh, what else do you remember about me? Everybody and their mama, first thing they say, your hair was long, your hair was long, your hair was long. So I guess that gives me the free reign to say, I remember you too. You were an asshole. Are you still like that? You still that jackass from before? Have you changed? Have you changed any? Or are you still the same? You still the same? So I don't say that though, that's a person's reaction, but I'm just saying, that was years ago. So I'm like, what else do you remember about me besides that? I was a nice person too. And I'm trying to figure out how I can tie this in. I'm just saying, people change. People change. And I will pray that the person from high school or previous jobs, I can even say previous jobs, some people leave jobs for certain reasons. So if you go to work and there's always that one a-hole, you hope when you run into them years later that they've changed. You will hope that they're not an ass anymore. You'll find out shortly whether they turned a new leaf or not. You will pray that they've changed. So people change. As long as you're stuck on this planet, you're gonna be something. You're gonna evolve. For good or for the bad or in between. That's just like putting the pressure on. You see somebody who's smart, like these are for the geeks, the real geeky people. They grow up. You see them. They might have turned a new path. It's not saying that they're stupid or anything, far from it, but it's just, you get older, you evolve, you find different latches, you find different likes. I'll pray to God that they've changed a little bit. I'm not saying their whole demeanor and dress, how their appearances or anything, but it's more of an intellectual thing. It's more of a mature thing. They just grow up and change. Their personalities might be a little different, So you just can't expect somebody to stay the same, especially in relationships. For example, if you're dating someone, you find out they're a million years older than you, and the person you're with is younger. That older man he don't have a right to get upset if the younger girl he chose changes. That's just the gamble that older man takes. And I mean like a 10-year difference type of 10-year difference, 7 to 10-year difference between ages. That's just a chance you take. If that girl or guy you're dating who's that much younger than you, they're gonna change. It's just how it is. So if you grow apart, you can't hold that woman or man in contempt and get mad because they outgrown you. If anything, you're supposed to embrace that. And if they still want to stay and make it work, don't dictate how they should be. Just watch and observe in a loving way, but not like they're a science project. You have to change. Kids change. I know you're saying, oh, because they're kids. But just look at it, Just look at a kid. They're constantly growing, and they're not going to stop. The only way a kid stops growing is if somebody come into their life and do something and tell them, yo, you can't do this, you can't be that. That means that's stagnation. You're putting a stop to them. So if anybody, man, woman, boy, or girl, grandparent who are kind of stuck the way they are and it's not in a good light, if somebody put something in their way to stop their growth, that's it. Now, if you find somebody who stayed the same and it's in a positive way, that's a good thing. For example, somebody always had a beautiful personality on the inside. You will pray that they stay the same. That there's big differences, So people do change. This message is for anybody, It's for anybody. People change. You have to embrace it. And if they change and you don't like it, well, maybe that means it's an end for that friendship and they're supposed to change and move on to something else. I don't think people understand the evolution in that. It's not really a revolving door. It's a forwarding door. If you don't want your friends to outshine you or outdo you, you really need to let them go. People change. And I pray that when people change, it's for the better. Change for the better. Change for yourself. Don't change just to keep somebody. Just be yourself. Okay. And people change. I'm glad I've changed. I like who I am, and I'm thankful for hair weave because it made my life a whole lot better. So on those days I do want long hair, I'm like, girl, can you sew me up? And then when I get tired of it, I could just take it out. Bye, guys.